was a romantic weekend?
Can't wait till Nikki hears about this one.
You still came to dinner? Okay.
Well, truth be told, I was only supposed to come if I lost a bet.
Which he did not lose, but he was gracious enough to come anyway. Greatest of all time weekend. And that's enough out of you.
I think maybe he likes being tortured.
Obviously, he just spent the weekend with our sister.
It's all coming back to me now.
Amused, Frank shakes his head.
Hey, Jack, if you can't take the heat.
No, I can take the heat.
Well, in that case, you can say grace.
Jack nods.
Okay.
Everyone clasps their hands.
Bless us, O Lord, in these thy gifts, which we're about to receive from thy bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Frank crosses himself, then turns to Erin and smiles. Shaking her head, she smiles back. Executive producer Kevin Wade.
And hear from parents on the impact of COVID. 47 Sidelines is next.
Welcome to Allstate, where our new auto rates are so low, you'll jump for joy. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
It's my birthday. No, it's not. But I still look good, though. How come? Ow. I bet you want an autograph. You and your friends.
With lower prices and great deals, make Target your first stop back to school.
There was a first cutback, a first bunny hop, a first hand plant. Now there's the first ever Hyundai Santa. All your first.
For your best back-to-school smile, Crest has you covered.
Nice smile, bro.
The #1 toothpaste brand in America.
Colbert's got Jennifer Hudson tonight on CBS.
Dr. Phil!
I'm not leaving here, so you people either need to get real or set up a cot for me.
Partners? I don't understand anything anymore.
Welcome to 2021.
Segment of Eyewitness News. Lithia Subaru of Fresno. Subaru confidence in motion. This is Murrow and Emmy Award-winning CBS 47 Eyewitness News at 11.
New at 11, the excitement of high school football returns tonight as Valley teams kick off the season. Last year's season was postponed and shortened by COVID. CBS 47's AJ Cotto is live at La Monica Stadium in Clovis, and AJ, some families there already bracing for the worst.
Catherine, that's right. Everyone was excited to be back tonight, but they're also worried as the COVID cases are rising, and they say that they're just crossing their fingers that this year won't be a repeat of last year.
Stands in football across the valley as the season kicks off following a roller coaster of canceled games and postponements last year. Aaron Hernandez played, coaches, and is now at La Monica Stadium to cheer on his nephew.
I'm glad to see bigger crowds. I'm glad that we don't have to, stay so far away, because the energy from the game comes from the crowd. And when you have a full crowd, it's an amazing feeling to be part of it.
Nicole Howard's husband teaches at Clovis East. She grew up going to the games and is now passing on the tradition.
Being able to bring the kids to an actual game that is, in full capacity and run like a normal year is really exciting for the kids to see.
Gina McKenzie and Mark Woodley at the game for Woodley's son say last year COVID cut the season to just 5 games. They're taking steps to keep it from happening again. but are expecting it will be cut short once more and don't know how many games they'll have this year.
Maybe 3.
No, probably half.
Fresno County Department of Public Health says from mid-June to mid-August, new COVID cases rose from 2 per 100,000 to more than 30. And in the last 2 weeks, they confirmed hundreds of cases in children under 19. Howard says they're being mindful and hope for everyone's sake they get a full season.
Provost Unifed's done a really good job of trying to be as cautious as possible. And, you know, it's one of those things where we are careful with our kids, but I don't want them to miss out on these opportunities. So it's just one of those things, being as careful as possible.
And the Department of Health is monitoring sports at schools. They say that they continue to work with the teams on best practices so they can be as safe as possible. Reporting live in Clovis, AJ Cotto, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
AJ, thank you. In the South Valley, evacuation warnings have been issued on the edge of the Tulare and Kern counties for the French fire. It broke out Wednesday west of Lake Isabella and has burned more than 10,000 acres. It's only 5% contained, and evacuation orders remain in place for nearby residents. Earlier today, the Tulare County Fire Department deployed 2 engines to the French fire. Fire officials say those engine crews will meet with other units from Tulare County that are already at the fire.
And we already had smoke in the valley from earlier this week, and now even more moving in from fires like the French fire. I do want to give you a look outside with our Valley Cam network. This is actually a camera from alertwildfire.org, brought to you by Southern California Edison. We are looking from Shirley Peak, which is west of the fire, west of Lake Isabel. So you're looking east, you can clearly see the flames on the hill. Air quality unhealthy for sensitive groups for most of the valley. We do have a few areas of red that is unhealthy for all. Temperatures 60s in the North Valley now, 70s in and south of Fresno. Tomorrow we'll start out in the 60s, noon temperature 84, then we'll spend the afternoon in the low to mid 90s. Air quality alert still in effect. I will show you that in your pinpoint weather forecast coming up. First, we'll send it back to Catherine.
Thanks, Lauren. In continuing coverage, we're learning more about a rollover crash that sent 4 people to the hospital, including a 5-year-old and an infant. The crash happened yesterday afternoon near Fresno Street and Normal Avenue in Fresno. Witnesses told police they saw 22-year-old Zane Hunter driving 80 to 100 miles per hour in a school zone with a 5-year-old in the vehicle. Officers say she then struck another car that was carrying an infant. Both the driver and infant suffered minor injuries. The 5-year-old is in critical but stable condition. Witnesses also reported a second car that was speeding, but police say the driver of that car was not involved in the crash.
It sent both of the vehicles spinning. The Kia ended up striking a pole that was on the sidewalk, causing the vehicle to flip.
Hunter is now facing felony child endangerment charges. New at 11, Fresno police have identified a suspect in a shooting death. They're looking for 18-year-old Eleuterio Flores. Back on March 20th, 18-year-old Julian Serta was shot in the 4500 block of Shields Avenue. A friend was taking him to CRMC when they were located by officers. Serta later died from his wounds. Anyone with information on the whereabouts the Fresno Police Department. Fresno County health officials are reaching out for immediate staffing to help with what they're calling a health care mess. It comes as Fresno County sees a surpassing numbers from last summer. Fresno County hospitals are now scrambling to find staff as ICU beds fill up.
It's a mess. I can tell you right now, we have very little capacity for ICU patients in our 7 counties.
According to health officials, there are 424 new COVID cases in Fresno, with COVID-related hospitalizations at 338 and 56 ICU beds taken. The county has put in a request to the state for 110 healthcare workers. Fresno City Council member Esmeralda Soria tests positive for COVID-19 for a second time. She was present at the City Council meeting yesterday, along with Mayor Jerry Dyer and city staff. No word yet if any of them also tested positive. Some council members are reaching out, saying that they're awaiting COVID test results along with their staff. All council members and the mayor have been vaccinated. Soria says the diagnosis serves as a reminder.
Yeah, I was a little shocked, but again, it's kind of a reminder, right, that we can't get too comfortable. That especially right over the last 4 weeks, we are seeing all these variants, and the Delta variant really coming hard. Down and being very contagious.
Soria says she doesn't feel sick. She exhibited symptoms during her last bout with COVID. And the Merced City School District is making changes to fight against the coronavirus. School officials say they have deployed almost 600 air purifiers to sites across the district. They're also being installed in gyms, cafeterias, multipurpose rooms, and front office areas. Officials say the purifiers work to improve the air quality of a room by removing particles such as allergens and contaminants. And a reminder, we have a coronavirus resources page on our website, yourcentralvalley.com. It includes resources from federal health officials. If you're looking for work, there's a section on our website to help you find a job. Here's a look at some of the job listings on the Job Corner. They include an opening for a school occupational therapist, a caregiver, and a dog trainer. You can find these jobs and others on our website, yourcentralvalley.com. Just click on the tab that says Jobs. And coming up on Eyewitness News at 11, you're invited to a celebration in the South Valley tomorrow for silver medalist Richard Torres. And it's week 1 of the high school football season. CBS 47 Sidelines is coming your way a little later.
Deadly mobile home park fire took a man's life.
He saved everybody's life in his home.
Eyewitness News investigated and found this park state permit was suspended indefinitely months before the fire.
Who's going to be accountable for this?
The state failed to take action and closed a dangerous site. CBS 47 pursued answers.
We're going to make that place safe, which it hasn't been for a long time.
As a result of our investigation, Fresno City petitioned the state and is now taking over to protect our residents. Murrow and Emmy Award-winning Eyewitness News investigates on CBS 47.
For those ready to answer adventure's highest calling, we've built our most capable Subaru yet. With sure-footed symmetrical all-wheel drive, 9.5 inches of ground clearance, climbing power. Discover adventure elevated. The all-new 2022 Subaru Outback Wilderness.
Get to Subaru of Fresno, where every new Subaru comes with complimentary maintenance included.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Hello, you beautiful people.
Weeknights on CBS.
CBS 47 is on your side. Contact us for Eyewitness News investigates. Now, your CBS 47 pinpoint weather forecast.
Wallace. Smoke is going to stick around through the weekend. Air quality alerts still in effect really until further notice. And this isn't just for the Valley, but the Sierra as well. So we've been seeing smoke all across Central California. Current air quality, most of you in the orange, that's unhealthy for sensitive groups. We do have one area in parts of Kings County in the red. That is unhealthy for all. And just east of Porterville. Let's take a look at this smoke forecast. In the warmer colors, that means the moderate to dense smoke, and then the blue colors, the lighter smoke. So for tonight and tomorrow, we're keeping those warmer colors around. We're still going to be seeing that smoke. Here's 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. Tomorrow night and into Sunday, we start to see some of the blues moving in, so some slightly lighter smoke. So it's not going to be as bad as Saturday, but I think we'll still be dealing with some smoke Sunday. For tonight, temperatures dropping down to 67 degrees. Again, smoke and haze around, a little bit of a breeze up to 15 miles per hour. High temperature tomorrow, 94 Fresno. We have 93 in Visalia, 95 Lemoore, Merced 91, Oakhurst you'll be at 93. Yosemite Valley 89 degrees. Shaver Lake you'll be at 79. I expect it to be smoky there. Heading to Grant Grove 77, Sequoia National Park 75 degrees. Again, smoke across the Sierra tomorrow. Here's your 4-day allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. Your top pollen quinopods tomorrow, medium high levels, but Sunday, Monday and Tuesday levels will be high. Here's a look at your extended forecast. 94 tomorrow with a late day breeze. On Sunday down to 92. Monday back up to the mid-90s, 95 Tuesday. We're going to be getting hot throughout next week. Wednesday, 98, and we do have triple digits returning on Thursday and Friday. Again, expect smoke in the Sierra, mid-70s this weekend. Monday, 76, upper 70s Tuesday, and then highs return to the 80s starting Wednesday. There's a look at your forecast. We'll send it back to Catherine.
Thanks, Lauren. Today, USA Boxing released its updated rankings, and no surprise, a Valley Olympian, Richard Torres, is #1 in super heavyweight. The silver medalist will be honored tomorrow in the South Valley. The festivities will kick off at 6:30 tomorrow night with a motorcade that will make its way from the Tulare Athletic Boxing Club down O Street and then east on Kern Avenue to Bob Mathias Stadium, where a special ceremony will take place at 8. Everyone is encouraged to attend wearing red, white, and blue. And tonight, we're kicking off high school football. Andrew Martin, Scott Bemis, and Julia Lopez have scores and highlights from all across the valley. CBS 47 Sidelines is next.
We don't just cover the news, we dig deep, prepared to prepare you for anything. Investigations lead to impact and answers that provide understanding. Eyewitness News investigates with Ken Malloy and Catherine Herr every night.
Boost and Cricket charge more for unlimited 5G. Metro doesn't. Introducing the big 5G upgrade. Just $25 a month gets you unlimited 5G and a free 5G smartphone. That's half the price for one line of unlimited 5G smartphone data. Plus a free Samsung Galaxy 5G when you switch and trade in. All with the power of the T-Mobile 5G network. Rule your day with 5G. Only at Metro.
You know, in other commercials, the candidate walks around while a voice tells you how great he or she is. Well, I can talk. The reason to recall Newsom is more than his gas tax hike. It's his incompetence, costing the state tens of billions, including fraud and corruption. His policies enable bad schools, high crime, more poverty. The poor get government aid, the rich don't need it. And the middle class is leaving. I'm Larry Elder. This is a fight for the soul of California.
Recall Newsom. Elect Elder. To say we're not all champions. Each and every one of us. We've embraced challenges, made it through trials, endured, and we came out stronger. So here's to the community that keeps us inspired for all the victories to come.
Every day at Own a Car, customers are experiencing the benefits of no score, no more. Take Daniel, recently finished school and needs a car, but he's a first-time buyer with no prior credit. Or Evelyn, she recently divorced, but unfortunately her credit score really suffered. And the Silva family. David lost his job, and while getting back on his feet, his credit score really took a hit. We believe these situations shouldn't matter, and they're all about to experience the power of no score, no more. Find out for yourself at Own a Car on Blackstone and Bullard or at ownacar.com.
Eyewitness News is brought to you in part by Les Schwab.
Tonight on CBS 47 Sidelines, it's week 1 of the high school football season. First time in 2 years, the season begins at the end of August. We have COVID-19 to thank for that. COVID-19 as well, but there was plenty of action. A couple of ranked track schools were both on the road, Clovis and Buchanan. How'd they do? Find out. CBS 47 Sidelines starts right now.
Now CBS 47 Sidelines, presented by Valley Unique Electric and Solar.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 1 of CBS 47 Sidelines. It's brought to you by Valley Unique Electric and Solar. I feel like we just did this. Oh, wait, we did. We had a spring season after no season last fall due to COVID-19.
Yeah, although spring football was shorter than normal, we're just glad that most teams, and especially the seniors, were able to play.
That's right. There were some schools that opted out of that spring season, most notably the schools in Visalia Unified. Visalia We're all set to play tonight, but El Diamante, Golden West, Mount Whitney, their games were canceled, not because of COVID-19, but because of poor air quality in the valley. COVID-19 did affect several schools in week 1. Selma was supposed to play Kerman. The Lions instead played Kennedy. That was last night. Mendota was supposed to play Yosemite. Instead, the Aztecs picked up Minarets. A lot of changes. Let's get to the action now. Our game of the week. Julia.
That's right, Andrew. We begin in Kingsburg. The Vikings playing host to track powerhouse Buchanan. Both these teams coming off of 5-0 seasons in the spring. The Kingsburg students fired up and hoping for a big upset here. It wasn't to be. Early first quarter, Jaden Mandel over the middle to big Josiah Ann's going to do the rest, taking this one over 60 yards to the house. 7-0 Bears. Later in the quarter, that duo is going to hook up again. Mandel throwing it up and Aon bringing it down. Their second TD hookup of the quarter. Mandel, the Fresno State baseball commit, showing his got a pretty good arm as well. It's 14-0 Bears. Kingsburg trying to get back into it. That senior Micah Spomer with a nice kick return. Unfortunately, though, the Vikes would get nothing out of the drive. Second quarter now, Mandel now showing off the legs, weaving his way through traffic for a 5-yard Bears touch. Bears at halftime, third quarter, and it's going to be more Mandel. This time, threading the needle to his receiver, Travis Steerett. He'd add another touchdown pass, his fourth of the night to Micah Jones in the fourth quarter. The Bears roll in this one, 33-7.
All right, the Buchanan Bears, they're 1-0 after winning our CBS 47 game. Let's go. Yes, sir. Hey, you guys jumped right on them quick, quarterback Jaden Mandel. You guys didn't let them believe that they could pull an upset here tonight. What was the key? It seemed like you and Josiah had a nice little chemistry going.
Yeah, that was all because of the O-line. They gave me great protection, and then receivers came up with great plays. So,
what's it like coming out here to a place like Kingsburg, Josiah, knowing that these guys, this would make their season if they could pull the upset of you guys?
Oh, yeah. We knew coming into this game we got a target on our back, going 5-0 last season. So we knew we were coming in here. We had to handle business.
I'm going to start calling you guys the J&J boys. What do you think? What do you think? That you like that? You like that? You like that? J&J boys. The season you guys had last year in the spring, going 5-0, how did that help your confidence going forward?
Oh, for sure. It helped our confidence a lot. I mean, we just keep working hard every single day, and the coaches do great for us. So,
and we can't forget about that offensive line, right? Yeah. All right. Say your name for the camera.
Dylan Stair.
All right, Dylan, what was it like up there tonight? Looks like you guys were getting a good push.
We had a lot of communication. It was good to get all the communication out and get settled in early.
All right, what's it like being a Buchanan Bear? I mean, like, how exciting is it right now coming off that season, and what's ahead?
Oh, we're trying to go 15-0. That's the goal. Let's go.
All right, there you go. Buchanan goes 1-0 here in our CBS 47 Game of the Week. Let's hear it, guys.
Thanks very much, Scott Bemis. Cal High Sports has Clovis High ranked 18th in the state heading into week 1. Would the Cougars live up to that ranking against Sanger at Tom Flores Stadium? Section Commissioner Ryan Toss in the house for this one, and it was all Cougars in the first half. They led 28-0. In the second half, it was on its A game. Toby Martin to the quarterback for the sack. Then Nate Johnson showing his athleticism to jump up high to grab that snap. Punts it away. Isaiah Salcido with a great tackle. Clovis is 1-0, winning 35-12. Central, who recently he plays both ways. Expected to play defense for the Bulldogs. He had a touchdown in this game as a wide receiver. That's why he was pumped up on the sideline. Still first quarter, Bullard driving, Roland Russo looking to pass, can't find anyone, so he keeps it, gets 9 yards. A couple plays later, the Knights get in the end zone. Herman Zamora from 1 yard out. It's 14-7 Bullard. Central has an answer. Dayton Tafoya to Braylon Hall. And yes, the Dayton Tafoya who last played at Clovis West. He's at Central now. That's a really nice pass and an easy touchdown. Central with a 20-point win, 51-32.
All right, we are just getting started on this first edition of CBS 47 Sidelines. Coming up, we're going to stop by La Monica and Veterans Memorial and take a trip to Visalia, where CBC hosted Bakersfield Christian in the Cars. As we go to break, here are some scores from around the Valley.
your local source for all of your drawing and painting needs, from blank canvas to professional framing, plus the Valley's largest assortment of fine pins. Allard's Art on Blackstone and Barstow.
For more information on this business, go to yourcentralvalley.com and click on Central Valley Local.
Some family vacations, the beach, and backyard barbecues. Here at Clovis Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's our Make This the Summer event. And it's a great time to save with special offers like these. Get no payments for 90 days and 0% APR for 72 months on award-winning vehicles like these. So whether you're headed out there or staying in the backyard, start your summer here. Come experience the Clovis difference.
Housing, taxes, water, electricity, crime, wildfires.
Kevin, you failed. We have to immediately cut taxes 25%, fix housing and homelessness, and make life in California affordable again. I'm a businessman, the only CPA running. Shouldn't we choose ability this time?
We must have a competent governor with management experience and outsider integrity. That describes only John Cox.
Fresno Sears Outlet is now American Freight, offering the same great savings on appliances plus a huge selection of quality furniture and mattresses at everyday low prices. Take it home today for $50 with low, easy payments. Save up to 55% off appliances, including refrigerators, washers, dryers, dishwashers, and more. Plus, over 70,000 new in-box appliances in stock company-wide. Memory foam mattress sets from $154.99 each piece. Sectionals from $298. Same-day delivery ends August 31st. Visit American Freight in Fresno.
A Toyota Hybrid is a perfect balance of gas and electric power. And with 10 models to choose from, there's one for everyone. Get $500 cash back on Corolla. A hybrid back plus a $900 California Clean Fuel reward on Prius Prime. And when you combine amazing savings with legendary Toyota reliability and more models than any other brand, Toyotas are the perfect hybrid of everything you want and everything you need. Toyota, let's go places.
Now yourcentralvalley.com, pros who know.
Don't be fooled by imitation stem cell treatments. For real regeneration, we use your own body's stem cells to turn damaged tissue into healthier ones. Call us today for an appointment.
For more expert advice, go to yourcentralvalley.com/pros who know.
Immediate information from CBS 47. Download the yourcentralvalley.com app.
Welcome back to CBS 47 Sidelines, presented by Valley Unique Electric and Solar. Quick shout out to Los Banos and Dos Palos. Love that West Side War rivalry. I heard the line was around the block to get in. Dos Palos won the game 20-13. Meanwhile, in Clovis tonight.
Yeah, I went to La Monica and Veterans Memorial, and that's where we're going to start. The Clovis North Broncos hosted San Joaquin Memorial. The Panthers coming off of a script second quarter. Makes the nice grab over a defender, gets the first down, but the Panthers couldn't find the end zone on that drive. They go for 3 on 4th down, and it gets blocked. Broncos special teams coming up clutch right before half. Memorial up 7-zip heading into the break. Third quarter now, Panthers junior running back Donovan Harris miss the extra point and go up 13-0. Later in the quarter, Bell drops back and finds TJ Hall for the 33-yard strike. The Washington commit with his second touchdown of the night. The Panthers go on and win 20-0. At La Monica Stadium, the Clovis East student section always bringing the energy out there. Timberwolves hosting the Dinuba Emperors. The T-Wolves have a freshman as their signal caller. It's Ty Miller with a quarterback keeper. He extends for the pylon, but he steps out of bounds right there. That's all right, though. Just got to hand it off to senior running back Devin Lopez, who punches it in. Clovis East up 6. Quarter, way on the other end. Clovis East gets another TD. This time it's running back Isaiah Price. Timberwolves go up 14-6, but Dinuba was tough in this one after converting on 4th down. Casimir Berrigan with a quick pass over the middle to Michael Olvera. They go for 2. 63 points tonight, but it's Clovis East with the edge, winning 33-30.
Let's go to Bakersfield, where Clovis West played tonight at Garces. No score in the second quarter when the Rams get on the board. Travis Pluggy with a 12-yard touchdown run, 7-0. Later in the quarter, a fumble recovered by Zamir Hall. He goes the very short distance, just 3 yards into the end zone. Garces up 14-0. Rams go on to win 28-7. West. From Bakersfield, we go to Visalia, where Bakersfield Christian was playing at Central Valley Christian. Now remember, no Visalia Unified School played tonight due to the air quality. CVC is not part of Visalia Unified. First quarter, no score. CVC with the ball. You just saw Max Baker going deep to Josh Nowesky for the big gain. That would set up a 1-yard score by Josh Souza. After the 2-point conversion, the Cavaliers go up 8-0. Then early in the second, Eagles driving. They have the ball on the Cavalier 4. Braden Waterman to be related. CVC wins 30-24. Up next on CBS 47 Sidelines, you'll meet an outstanding high school hotshot. We love doing that here on CBS 47 Sidelines. That's coming up next. But as we go to break, more scores.
We're on the Roosevelt football team, and you're watching CBS 47.
The new Ford Bronco Sport with 7 available GOAT modes and a camera with off-road views. It's built for America. Get a new Ford Bronco Sport with 1.9% financing and up to $1,500 in total rebates at your California Ford dealers. What's at stake in the September 14th recall? It's a matter of life and death. With Delta surging, Gavin Newsom is protecting California, requiring vaccination for health workers and school employees. The top Republican candidate, he peddled deadly conspiracy theories and would eliminate vaccine mandates on day 1, threatening school closures and our recovery. Stop the spread. Return your ballot or vote in person by September 14th. Protect California by voting no on the Republican recall.
Just got vaccinated.
Back to school is right around the corner, and COVID-19 vaccines are helping to protect youth as they get back to the classroom and the things they love. These vaccines are proven safe and effective for everyone 12 and above. This year, add the COVID-19 vaccine to your child's back-to-school list. It will help keep them safer and give you peace of mind. Make an appointment or find a walk-in clinic near you at myturn.ca.gov.
Attention. This message is for the survivors of abuse by the Catholic Church. New York, New Jersey, and California have extended the window to file a claim for victims of childhood sexual abuse. It doesn't matter how long ago it happened.
If you or someone you love were a victim of sexual abuse by a priest, any employee, or other Catholic Church official, now is the time to hold these abusers accountable. We are here to help. Call Right to Fight now for a free and confidential consultation regarding your case.
800-793-6960.
You could be eligible for financial compensation after years of suffering in silence. Remember, you are not alone. More survivors are stepping forward every day to help stop the abuse.
If you or a family member were a victim of abuse by an authority figure in the Catholic Church, stand up for your justice and make the confidential free call to Right to Fight now. 800-793-6960. That's 800-793-6960.
We don't just cover the news, we dig deep, prepared to prepare you for anything. Investigations lead to impact and answers that provide understanding. Eyewitness News investigates with Ken Malloy and Catherine Herr every night.
At your Ford dealer, making sure your Ford is running in tip-top shape is a big deal, and it just got a little bigger, starting with the works. It includes a synthetic blend oil change, tire rotation, vehicle checkup, and more. Call to schedule service now.
Time now to head to Reedley, where the Pirates opened up their season at home against the Hanford West Huskies. Hanford West looking to move the chains here. Damian Burst with a nice gain gets pushed out of bounds, but they wouldn't be able to find the end zone before the break. Third quarter, Hanford West again with the ball. This time, Luis Perez keeps it himself, but gets met by Reedley's senior captain, Ryan Workington. Later in the third, Pirates still up 14. On offense, he can do it all. Weaves in and out of traffic, breaks a couple tackles, comes straight at the camera, cuts in for the 38-yard score. Reedley wins big, 49-14. Introducing you to an outstanding high school athlete who's making headlines around the Valley.
We call it the high school hotshot, except this week, instead of focusing on an outstanding athlete, we're spotlighting the coaching staff at Roosevelt High School. This squad is led by Rough Riders' fourth-year head coach, Vince Brandstetter, who played teams His offensive line coach is former Bulldog offensive lineman Joe Schei. The running backs coach is Dwayne Wright, a former Bulldog ball carrier who went on to play in the NFL. And the offensive coordinator is Bullard alum Anthony McCoy, who played tight end at USC, later won a Super Bowl with the Seahawks.
And we have a collection of guys around here that love the game of football and love spreading the joy to the kids. And the kids really, they not, and we don't have any kids walking around here saying, oh, that coach doesn't know what he's talking about. Maybe behind their backs, but for the most part, they understand what we're doing here.
Now, there have been other former Bulldogs on the staff during Brandstedter's tenure who have since moved on to other things. We'll have more on this story during our news. Julia, we should also point out that Roosevelt played Strathmore tonight. Strathmore's head coach, also a former Bulldog, Jeremy Blackwell for Strathmore.
That's right, yeah. And a reminder, if you missed your team's highlights tonight or just want to see them again, go to yourcentralvalley.com. Also be able to find us on the CBS 47 Facebook page. But yeah, tonight is such a huge night, just not for the players, but also the parents, the coaches, everybody who went through that crazy year. And I really hope that we don't see, you know, deja vu happening again with some of these games being canceled or postponed. But man, I really hope that we can get a full year in, that's for sure.
It felt normal. It felt normal to be to see administrators, to see parents, to see fans in the stands, at concessions. They were eating shaved ice at Tom Flores Stadium. It felt normal, which is a nice change because we didn't have that for the last year and a half.
Absolutely.
Oof. Clovis Sanger, because I believe the last time that the Cougars played at Tom Flores Stadium was probably 2011. It's been about 10 years. So, yeah, fun all around. We'll see if we can do it again next week for week 2. For Julia Lopez and Scott Bemis, I'm Andrew Martin. We'll see you next week. Good night. And take a look at some highlights, sights and sounds from around the valley as we say goodbye.
CBS 47 online and with you, and share your stories with us on Facebook, Twitter, and on yourcentralvalley.com.
But you can still get a taste of Philly. Juicy charbroiled Angus beef with thinly sliced ribeye, melty cheese, roasted peppers, and onions. The new Philly Cheesesteak Angus Thick Burger at your local Carl's Jr. Make your Liberty Bell ring for days. Feed your happy.
Advice students have returned to in-person instruction and are back on campus. The start of a new school year means more traffic, more buses on the roads, and more students crossing busy streets to get to school. Please slow down in school zones and help us ensure students arrive safe, on time, and ready to learn. For more information about the district's return to campus, including health and safety practices, please visit fresnounified.org.
Make this the summer you taught them what it means to serve. The summer of hauling happiness by the ton and bringing home hardware by the handful, where traditions were passed down on the tailgate. And the only thing more powerful than the feeling was the truck that took you to it. Make
Right now, get 0% financing for 72 months, plus no monthly payments for 90 days on the 2021 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab.
You may not be in Philly, but you can still get the taste of the city for breakfast. Fluffy eggs with thinly sliced ribeye, melty cheese, rapid cheesesteak burrito only at Carl's Jr. Feed your happy.
Need help? CBS 47 is on your side. Contact us.
LSU's Mike the Tiger is now vaccinated against COVID-19.
first dose and second dose.
And guys, interesting to note that while the Tiger got his shots, only about 38% of Louisiana's population is fully vaccinated.
I saw a tiger in a Walgreens. He got the COVID shot and a lean cuisine. Now he's protected and free to pursue trips on a cruise ship or Bonnaroo. I saw a tiger getting the vaccine that makes him wiser than Marjorie Taylor Greene. I saw a tiger with more medicine. Now that he's Pfizer, I can see him again. Ow, son of a bitch!
Everybody, welcome one and all to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. And you know what? That is exactly the kind of energy I need, because I'm not going to sugarcoat it, folks. The news has been a bit rough lately, which has led some of our newspapers to broaden their marketing strategy. This morning, I saw this shocking tweet. The New York Times is rolling out